run this. Just sitting out here, thinking, looking at everything, and watching the news here, checking it out early this morning. I hate to ring the fire alarm like this. I usually, I'm pretty measured in everything I put out. I don't really, oh, it's the end of the world. No, really, this time, I don't do a whole bunch of that. But it's bad, man. The U.S. is fixing to escalate over in Iran. Uh, Gas is ridiculous. Oil, whether it's futures or forget what they call the actual price of oil. Um, oh, what the heck do they call it? I can't think right now, but the actual price of oil that's at the pump, delivered into the system. The oil futures is a guess on you know which way the wind's going to blow, and with the way that they manipulate the market, it's just ridiculous. So we've watched it go up to what, 118 or something like that. We watched it drop as low as 82, something like that, depending on what Trump says. So Tulsi Gabbard is out as the DNI. They're going to replace her most likely with Stefanik, a Israel plant, an Israeli double agent, whatever. I mean, it's hard to believe that Biden would let all these people in to destroy the country, do the whole tranny thing. And, we're thinking, man, this is bad. This is how could it get any worse? Dude, it's way worse. Trump has handed the keys to the car, handed the keys to the house and the car to Israel. Fucking flies. Damn. Um, he's totally handed the keys to everything. American sovereignty's gone. We kind of talking about that last night. It's been gone for a while, but American sovereignty totally gone. Keys handed for the car and the house over to Israel, and there's just no stopping it, man. There's no stopping it. Not only that, really, why I started this is Ukraine has escalated in a crazy way. I got to get a shirt on. Bugs ain't gonna leave me alone. Downside of when we get all this rain, it's bug city. So, what up, Alicia? Ukraine is just escalating to the point of no return. I think we're there. I think Russia's ready to maybe possibly, and I don't know why they haven't decapitated Zelensky already. You know, they are striking deeper and deeper and deeper into Russia. They are hitting civilian targets left and right. How long before? I think it's already here. The Russian people, the Russian government they're not gonna tolerate this, and it is a fantasy. It is fantasy land. It is a pipe dream to think that Ukraine could ever beat Russia. There's no way. There's no way possible. I seen something the other day that Ukraine is winning now after all these years. Russia, blah blah blah. Winning and it's the same thing with Trump and Iran. Winning is killing civilians, blowing up civilian infrastructure. That's winning. Terrorism is winning now, and it's like, dude, it's always been that way from Israel and the US creating ISIS, so on and so forth. We fought the GWAT supposedly all these years just to turn around and be the terrorists or the terrorist sympathizers, the terrorist enablers, whatever you want to call it. But We are here, man. I think that there's been no time in my lifetime where I've been more worried that the whole damn Humpty Dumpty on the wall is about to fall and break into a billion pieces. There ain't no way you're putting them back together. This genie's out of the bottle and there's no going back. And this only gets worse from here. Economically, I think here shortly we could see violence on our shores, whatever it is. The Trump admin last night says that Ivanka was going to be targeted by IRGC, and so Tulsi Gabbard resigns, says it's her husband, blah blah blah. It's just all these pieces are falling into place, and the keys to the car and the house have been given to Israel. They are fully in control of the United States. And here we are trying to take over Cuba and Bolivia, Iran, Greenland. I mean, it's just crazy. We're 39 trillion in the hole. We are a broke country. There is nothing. There's no American dream. There's nothing to look forward in the future, but possibly balkanization if we're lucky. The best bet would be for America to fall into five, six, seven, 100 countries, whatever it takes. Um, a state like California breaks up into three or four states. I don't think so. I think they'll all stick together. But the point of this is I don't think we've ever been closer since probably World War II, to this all going up in flames. And Americans are already suffering. I think Americans are about to see what real suffering is, like other countries. What up, KRX? It's coming. It is coming. It's not even coming. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's here. There's this bets on Poly Market and Kalshi that we're going to be in a recession. It's real low, like 12%. And it's like we're in a recession. So it's just crazy. It's crazy talk, to pretend that the house of cards isn't crumbling, and the only way that they keep this thing intact, more surveillance, data centers, more surveillance of people. They're running these apps, they're running these programs. The Israeli folks, the Israeli lobby, the CIA, the three-letter agencies, they are they are running these apps. I seen something this morning where they're going beyond, above and beyond doxing folks. They are making lists. Israel in America, intel agencies are making lists of all the dissidents, all everybody from the top down to the bottom, all the way from the biggest guys down to the little guys. If you don't believe me, if you've said anything critical about Israel, go ahead and look over, on Google Trends, and you can search your name, your full name, that it's been Googled in Israel. I Googled my whole name, and it's been searched in Israel a bunch of times. Now, why and how would they have my whole name? My whole name's not on the internet. So, uh, right, right, HD. What up, HD? So it is crazy town. I think it's scary, man. I think if you have small kids, maybe you have bigger kids, the future of this country is toast, and what life they get to live it's scary. I thought about it a long and hard for a bunch of months now, and peak civilization was 99, 2000, and 2001. That was the peak of American civilization, and we've declined from there. Obviously people would back it up. I know you motherfuckers will back it up. It's been going down since 1976 or 1913. No. Peak civilization in America was 99, 2000, 2001. Once 9/11 happened, it was throw it out the window. See some of these videos from when we were in high school in, 98, 99, 2000. Oh my God, just beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful times. What a time to be alive, right? 9/11 happens, it changes everything. America goes down the toilet. It's just bankruptcy after bankruptcy, after bailout, after insider trading, after market manipulation, manipulation of gold and silver. And maybe these things have been going on for a lot longer than that time, but I want to say that that's where, the delineation you can really see, 98, 99, 2000, maybe even 2001, part of 2001, you can really see, America reaching its apex, reaching its pinnacle, and then just we're in the fucking toilet. What up, War Drums? I texted you, fool. I just, it's just so hard, man. It's so hard to think positively. It's so hard, and I think to myself, I'm in the bubble. You know, I am in the bubble out here where if I didn't turn on the news, if I didn't have a cell phone, I would know nothing's going on. But I mean, to me, that's no way to live. I can't live not knowing what's going on, ignoring the impending cataclysm. I need to know, and I think some of us guys out here will have the um, climate change. Oh, shout out to Colorado. I had this cup for a couple years now. Went to my grandma's funeral. I was up there in Colorado, but um it's sad, man. All of us got kids, some of us got younger kids, and it's just it's incredibly sad. I mean, especially if you're, unaware and just waking up, or partially aware and finally seeing the whole picture, or so on and so forth. It is really gut wrenching. It's really a gut punch to know and see what's going on. And I think places I think things like the Ukraine thing going on, these guys, maybe they weren't getting enough headlines, so they had to ratchet it up, but they they're taking it to the next level over there in Ukraine, striking into Russia. And no, because Ukraine is like thought by the West to be these good people and everything, there is nothing that Ukraine can't do where the West will not be, blown away by the atrocities that Ukraine commits. We've been taught and propagandized in America to hate Russia, right? Russia's bad. Russia's the boogeyman, this, that, and the other. And it's like, dude, the real boogeyman, bro, Raza, if you want to believe in I'm telling you right now, you're probably the only person in this whole room that believes in climate change. The climate changes. I mean, the climate changes. Now, if you said, hey, the government's controlling the weather or something like that, I might take you more seriously. But come on, dude. I know I seen the super El Nino. Right on. We're in the greatest drought in 61 years or some crazy shit. The real boogeyman is greed. Are you a leftist? I mean, you even know what chat you're in? You're in a chat with people that are more informed than you'll ever be. And so you're painting some, you know, gaslighted silhouette of the problem. I don't see Israel or the Jews in your comments. I don't see the real boogeyman is Israel. I don't see that in your comments. I see leftist talking points, climate change, greed. Right on. I mean, right on. Everybody's allowed to think what they want. I'll never, bash anybody for thinking what they want. But if you're trying to convince me or anybody in this chat, it's not going to work. So, I'm not a leftist. I'm not a Trump person. I don't fuck with Trump. Fuck Trump and fuck the Democrats too. So, um, there's all these little divisive things here in America to keep us from ever coming together on any subject matter. So, I think we're toast on that. We'll never find a solution to this because not enough people in America get along or come together on any topic. Every topic is, I say up, you say down, you say left, I say right, whatever, and that's just where that's why. I mean, they depend on us not ever, getting together. 9/11 was probably the last time everybody was together, and that was over bullshit too. That was a lie. So, yep. I mean, revolting, against the system. I think, war is hell, obviously, but it's 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 the fourth, fifth, sixth course. We are going to get war no matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, no matter even if we try to link up or anything like that. It'll be put down. It's not hopeless because God's in charge. I will say that, but how long will we suffer before good wins? It'll be a long time. I think we're so far into this thing that there's really no digging ourselves out. All you can do is really pay attention. We can try to grow gardens and raise our own food, to mitigate what's happening. But for anybody to say, civil war is coming, or recession is coming, or depression is coming, it's all here. We're totally broke. We don't have a damn dime. Even the junk bonds and all that are just, worthless. Um, or US bonds are worthless. Um, the stock market is totally manipulated. Um, the more you look at what Trump's doing, you just realize more and more that he's a scumbag, that he is the enemy of America. But all the politicians that are with him also. Um, dig holes from my gate, lots of rocks. Well, the ground's nice and soft today, so you shouldn't have a problem, too much of a problem. But yeah, I'd say folks, heads up, man. It's only gonna get worse. We are in all the things that they are warning us that we might get into. We are in a recession, we are in a depression. The value of your currency is lost. Gas is through the roof, groceries are through the roof. The whole thing has been destroyed and turned on its head. And I can't see this girl. She's watching her cartoon. But I try to step away for 5 minutes when I get the chance. It's just me and baby this weekend, hanging out tough. So, um, I don't think you could run from it. I used to think you could run from it. Used to think that you can get away and move somewhere and you'll be unaffected. And I think I maybe truly actually believe that. Um, but I don't know more. So, yeah, it's supposed to start raining again later, though. I think it's supposed to start raining maybe after the sun goes down. But there is a bajillion flies outside right now. Jeez, I don't even want to be out here. But grow your gardens, do what you can. um, obviously, you can't curl up in a ball and cry or die. You just gotta keep on fighting. I wish, I wish folks would put away their climate alarmists and their flat earth and all these other things that we get bogged down in, and the left and the right unite, that there's one common enemy. you know Israel has control of our country, and politicians on both sides are corrupted, bought and paid for. And what are we even doing voting anymore? I wish there was some rallying cry that could unite Americans, native born Americans. I wish that native born Americans of all colors could, come together and say, these motherfuckers, all these Hindus that came in, all these fucking Muslims that came in, all these Chinese spies that came in, they got to go home, and they got to go home quick. We won't get it though. We won't get anything that is good for our country. And so that's the terrible part. I think, like HD, secession is, I mean, that's the only true safe option. But even then, just like back in the day, you think Trump's going to let that happen? You think the western states or the northern states are going to allow the southern states to secede? Not, no way. Not without trying to burn everything to the ground. So human catastrophe is nothing now. I mean, people are so desensitized. They see people getting their brains blown out and all types of crazy shit on the internet every day now. We see the white chick get her throat slit on a bus or a train, whichever it was, over there in North Carolina. And where's the national outrage? Where is the no? People are desensitized. People are so desensitized to death. A lot of people don't believe in God anymore. All morality is pretty much gone. Yeah, gas ain't done. You're right about that. Gas is going to continue to go up, and I mean it has to. It has to. The math don't math on it staying low, or I mean, it's ridiculous. I remember when I got here to Arkansas, gas was $1.65, and now it's pushing like anywhere from $4 to 4.20 here. Um Well, Raza, we totally disagree on that. I mean, we could probably agree on other things, but I don't agree. I don't believe in the climate stuff at all. What up, Tim? What up, Bikes? What up, HD? I don't believe in it at all. I believe that I do believe that man is destroying the planet, as far as, if we have clean water, we're good at polluting it. If we have clean air, we're good at polluting it. If we have good food, we're good at poisoning it. And they have to, the globalists, they have to do all that because it makes it so much easier to corral, intimidate, and control people that are not able to feed themselves or get water. Roz, are you trying to convert somebody? Because I mean, making these points, I get it, but are you trying to convince me? Are you trying to convince the people that I've been talking to for like 15 years on here? I don't know who you're trying to convince. You know, I mean, is that the hill you want to die on? Is that if Israel's controlling our foreign policy and killing babies overseas, is that the hill you want to die on? I don't understand it. I mean, I said I agree with you on other stuff, but you're trying to make a believer out of me, you'll be having a tough time. To a moron. All right. Yeah, Raza, how do we stop it? Let's see. How do we let's see. How do we stop the climate change coming in? And what party are you registered to also? Are you a Democrat? Be honest. Because if you're a registered Democrat, I'm pretty sure no independent, no libertarian is going to make the points that you're making. So you have to be to the left spectrum. And if you're on the left spectrum, bro, you don't have a brain cell in your head. So I'm a moron. I mean, I don't know, man. Oh, I got to get this girl up out of her chair here. I'm going to stay on for a little bit. Uh, Raza's making this interesting. It wasn't very interesting until Raza came in. All done? Like, no, hold on. Put your movie on. Man, I drank a couple of coffees. I am jacked up right now. I am jacked. Stuart Little. I am pumped right now. Yeah, All done. All done making a big old mess. Want your juice? Here, give me that. Take your juice. I don't see no response. He was trying to cook with watered down fish grease. Come on. Are you a Democrat? Are you a what are you? You're not a Republican. That's fair to say. You're not a libertarian. That's for sure. So he's on a crusade to convince everybody that climate change is real. Godspeed in your journey. I think like we got bigger fish to fry. What climate could be even changed? I mean, climate could be changed by nuclear war, huh? Oh, sorry, I got it. I'm going. There we go. Yeah, you got to send all your money to the government. We got to build more. We got to build more solar farms and wind farms and all this query shit. We got to build more electric cars that are charged by diesel generators, stuff like that. But what a morning, huh? It's about muggy as a Mississippi damn summer day out. It's not incredibly hot right now. Yeah, I think we could do solar on our own particular stuff, on our own stuff in particular. I have a customer that moved here from Minnesota and he's totally off grid solar deal at his house. He's got everything rigged up, all the appliances are rated for solar and all that, and he seems to have no problem. Um so that's great, but I think honestly, I think that with everything on large scale is no good. Farming, your backyard farm or your backyard garden, all that is awesome. Commercial farming and that kind of thing is not good. I mean, it's loaded with pesticides. Um, the nutritional values on a commercial scale are not going to be as high as your backyard garden that's loaded with nutrients, just like um, your chickens that you buy from the store, whether you're eating it or the eggs or whatever, these animals are all scrunched in a damn, uh, a chicken house, and you're not going to have the same quality in your eggs and in your chicken that you would in your own backyard, free range chickens and eggs. So I got freaking bad news. I think I got fucking four roosters I lost a lot of chickens over this last couple months. I think I lost like one, two, three, four or five. And so those are like two of those are hens for sure. And now I got these other chicks that have grown up, and for sure one's a rooster. I think the other three are roosters too. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of I I'm about to have a bunch of chicken in my freezer. I mean that's cool, but I'd rather have hens. I'd rather have hens that are laying than a bunch of roosters in my damn freezer. But you do what you got to do. Um, Another video I'm gonna put out probably I don't know sometime is really digging into the garden situation. Um, I seen something earlier, and I could totally kind of mirror that or or maybe take it a step beyond that. There is no rules to gardening. You have all these people, um, you have all these channels, you have all these people that tell you, there's all these rules to gardening. There's really no rules to gardening. Obviously, you got to have water, you got to have sunlight, you have to have fertilizer of some sort. But the amount of rules that people put on gardens, and they make all this stuff way harder for folks. When somebody looks at gardening, they watch these videos and they're like, I got to do all that. And it's not even that hard. I stuff a bunch of stuff into beds or wherever I can get it in, and most people would say, that's not smart not to do that. I'm kind of doing a combination of those Hugo Gardens or whatever the hell they are, in my beds. It's kind of like a combo of that and a raised bed, and those uh, those beds will hold a bunch of juice. So I need to put together some type of video, just really going through gardening for folks, because I'm not saying there's zero rules, but when you watch a video on gardening, there's like they try to make it way harder than it needs to be. You know what I mean? Some decent dirt, good sunlight, plenty of water, some nutrients. Um, Chemical fertilizers are no good. I've used them in the past. I mean, they're great. They really they blow up your yield. You get a lot of food using that kind of stuff, but I mean, it's not good on the soil. It's not good on the plants overall. So organic fertilizers are huge. Again, rolls you right back into the chickens. And the chickens are going to be one of the most versatile and most you can get the most uses out of chickens on the farm. Maybe you could do that with goats or cows or something. But your goats, if they're not giving you no milk, they're eating stuff up, and they'll give you some manure. But chickens, man, they give you eggs, they can give you meat, they can, prep the ground, they can eat up bugs. You get their chicken shit and you got fertilizer. So chickens are like tenfold, they just do what they're supposed to do, and they go above and beyond, really, and they're really easy to deal with and handle, even free ranging them. So I guess Mr. Climate Change came in here and spread his propaganda and then bounced. I thought he would debate a little bit more, but it looks like he jumped out. So, but hanging in there, man. I just popped this thing on because I was thinking to myself, I don't think it's been ever a scarier time than where we are right now, where we have lost our sovereignty of this nation. Maybe people argue with me. It's been gone for a lot longer than I think, but fine, whatever. But things are not getting better. Prepare yourself for things to get a lot worse. And what does it look like not having food? What does it look like not having access to water? What does it look like living in a war zone? Because it'll eventually come here if it's not already here. All the bad actors are already here in America. Um, the Trump admin is looking for some type of false flag to really rally the people and get everybody back behind Trump for more war bullshit. And so I think that's what the Ivanka story was about, is just more propaganda, because collectively a lot of people on the right have basically tweeted out the exact same message, the info of that and what should be done, blah blah blah. So they're setting us up to be way worse off than we are right now. And that's the scary part, especially if you got kids. Imagine raising small kids and trying to navigate where we are and where we're heading. It's tough, man. So, um, my truck, my truck's running good. I don't ever drive it. I got that new truck. I don't ever even drive it. I don't get to drive it. I'm always at work. I drive it here and there, but the wife uses it. She'll use it to get around. But it's running good, man. Not putting a ton of miles on it. This damn road I live on is keeping it dirty. I hate that. It's always dirty and then dusty inside the dang brand new truck. But other than that, yeah, it's been running good. I love it actually. You start that sucker up with that Hemi, and it just sounds. You're like, start that sucker up. It's boom. It's like, yeah. So yeah, I like it. It's been a good truck. Uh, I don't know if I told the story on the truck, but it's a 2020 and I bought it with like 13,000 miles on it, I think is when I got it. Some old man just kept it in the garage. He had two trucks. He never drove this one. And so that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a pre-COVID truck with either, as low as miles as I could find. It was one of the lowest. Also, it checked all the boxes that I needed. I had a gotta have the four door with the kid. You got to have the four-wheel drive living in Arkansas. That back window. I don't know how you can drive a truck and not have a back window. I'm sorry. If your truck don't have a back window, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how. Oh man. Even my work truck's got a back window. So I don't know how anybody can drive a truck and not have that back slider. You got to have it, Driving down the highway, pop that sucker open. And got I have well, I had it had to be a light color because it's never clean, so that was another requirement. But it checked all the boxes. It's ran great. Does the job, reliable, so the wife and the baby can get around. Yeah, I'd love to have a gun rack in there. And you see them here in Arkansas. You don't see them a ton, but you do see the gun racks here in Arkansas. Um, it's just, it's a beautiful life, man. I hate that. I hate that I stress myself out with the news. I talk to my wife. My wife's like, she's like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. And I guess that's a way to go about life, just not paying attention. But I can't do that. As hard as I've ever tried, I can't do that. I have to know what's going on. I have to be involved. I have to be calling somebody a faggot. I mean, there's got to be some accountability. Um, I'm either calling somebody a retard, a faggot, or the hard R, or the soft A. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really worry. I don't let people police my speech. And that's the point. I think if most more of us could become self-sufficient and more defiant, standing up for the First Amendment, it'd be a better country. I think that I think it's crazy that how the right has split, It's on purpose, I think, but the people that are staying loyal to Trump through all this is just mind numbing. I just don't even understand it. It's like if you're getting paid to stay on Trump's side, I guess I kind of get it because you're getting a paycheck for it. But the people that are doing it for free, I always found that very weird about any of the propagandists, left, right, center, wherever they're coming from. I always found that to be the weirdest thing to propagandize or perpetuate propaganda for folks for free. You're not getting a check, you're just doing it out of the kindness of your heart. That has been crazy for me. I've never thought in all my life that um, tyranny would be on the doorstep and there'd be cheerleaders welcoming it in, popping champagne bottles, And then when you point it out, they just all collectively come down on you. So I'll stand my ground by myself, man, if I have to, social media is whatever, but there's clearly foreign occupation in this country and a loss of sovereignty. And it was done by people in this country. Was it Benjamin Franklin? I think I want to say it was Franklin. Was it or was it Lincoln? I can't remember. I think it's Franklin saying that we could only be defeated from within. We could never be defeated by external forces. It always would be our own undoing if it was ever possible. Yeah, I don't watch much TV, man. Ever since I moved to Arkansas, I don't really watch TV. I the especially last year or so, my TV's always taken over by this little girl watching cartoons or kids shows or whatever, which is fine by me. But there's nothing on there unless it's the weather. I pop on the weather channel when I first wake up in the morning. I have my coffee before I head out the door to work. I want to watch the weather, so that's the only maybe TV I watch. And then I started binge watching X Files again. I think I was telling this to somebody the other day, but you know, I remember the X Files when it came out when I was a kid, and I pretty much there's no episode I didn't ever miss. I always watched it, and so I've been suspicious of our government since I was a kid, since I was a little kid. Um, but I hope everybody's having a good one out there. The shit's coming. You got to dig faster. Speaking of digging, you got to dig faster. Everybody out there, you got to get that garden in quick. You got to get some type of protein, rabbits, chickens, something, goats, whatever. You got to get some protein. Got to have a garden. You got to have a plan, um, because this only gets worse from here. So everybody have a good one. Uh, May God have mercy on all our souls, because what's coming, I don't want what's coming. So hope everybody stays safe out there. Have a good safe Memorial weekend. It's hard to memorialize a lot of folks as we're in the current extinction of America. It's really tough. So uh, Confederate uh, Confederate veterans were recognized by Congress. So if your Confederate flag is flying out front for Memorial Day or Memorial Day weekend, rock